What's up, boxing fan? My name is Shigun, and welcome to Clueless. So, I'm not an expert when it comes to boxing, but I've been a student of the game for many years now. I would like to speak about the forthcoming bout between Beterbiev and Bivol. A disclaimer: I'm a big fan of Beterbiev. And not just because I love this guy, it's because this guy has convinced me when it comes to his competence in boxing. There's a difference between people who come into boxing for paychecks and some people who truly want to make history. And without a doubt, I think Beterbiev is one of them. And so is Bivol as well. I cannot underestimate any of this guy. Both guys have devote themselves to this sport, and I applaud both of them for reaping the reward. And I think the Saudi Arabia Riyadh season has done tremendous job in boxing to make sure that these fighters are well compensated for their work. So I am very thankful for this era, this big money seasons that we are in. Now, let's talk about the fight itself. It is astonishing with what I've seen online about people limiting the skill of Beterbiev to be an ordinary puncher. In fact, some even take it to one step further and say this guy can't box. He's just a big puncher. He roll over his opponent, and that's all what he knows how to do. And of course, Bivol is the great tactician who doesn't engage too much, never commits itself. And for that reason, they came up with an argument that Bivol's skills will overwhelm Beterbiev and he will take the win. But it's so laughable because a lot of them are saying that they know that for Bivol to win, he has to go all the 12 rounds, which is not almost impossible to do when you're fighting an opponent like Beterbiev. For people who don't know, Beterbiev has been in this game for a very long time. Both Beterbiev and Bivol has had over 300 amateur fights. I believe Beterbiev has only lost five of those amateur fights. This is the same guy that has fought the likes of uh, Alessandra Usyk. So this guy has been an elephant in the room quite for a long time. Anyway, speaking of this upcoming fight, I would like us to look at the opponents. Let's check this people's profile, and I think that should tell us what to expect. And I'm not saying this to underestimate the power, the history, the achievement of both guys, but I really just think Beterbiev profile and history is more solid than before, hands down. And another thing that I think seems like sentiment, especially from British commentaries, is because I sense it's because many of their best opponents in that level has all been defeated by Beterbiev. So they have no choice other than just to run with Bivol as far as it is concerned. And another thing that I sense is that maybe because Beterbiev is not from the West, this guy is Russian. I know Bivol is also Russian, but obviously, if you look at the management, Bivol management, they're pretty much British. I also have an understanding that Beterbiev has um, some contracts with Top Rank, which is held by Bob Harum, um, an American, how can I say, CEO But again, we do know that Beterbiev will have received more accolades if he's an American or if he's um, an English or someone from the UK. Both of us know that. But the fact that this guy probably has no social media presence, doesn't really interact, he does not say too much, he minds his business, box, go back to his family, pray, train, box, go back to his family. So there is not too much a lot of people can really say about this guy. But one thing they do know is that whenever this guy gets in the ring, he gets the job done. And I have no doubts this guy will do it again. For the British commentaries that are throwing support for Bivol, you will all be shocked. You will all be shocked. Another thing is that if we look at their previous opponents, I really think there are two serious opponents Bivol has fought in the last 5 years. The first one is Ramirez, and the second person is Canelo. For me, even I will not take anything away from Bivol defeating Canelo, but we all know Canelo is someone who wants to make history. He wants to be the pound for pound king, and he wants to get any belts he can lay his hand on. And if we look at the fight, it's kind of like David and Goliath fight. In this situation, David, which is Bivol, defeats Goliath. Now I take that back. David, which is Canelo, was actually lacerated by Goliath, which is Bivol. I'm trying to compare their heights here. Pardon me for that. But again, we all know that both of them are not in the same weight class. So Bivol dominated the sky. On the other hand, if we look at Beterbiev profile, the likes of people he has fought in the last 5 years, you'll be amazed. Joe Smith, Callum Smith, um, Johnson, Marcus Brown, and Tony Yad. I've mentioned about five people now. Three of them are solid British boxers in their prime, and it destroyed all of them. I know some people will also come with an argument that Beterbiev, he had knee injury and he went for a surgery. I understand that that's a meniscus injury, and there's some meniscus injury that heal in weeks, in 1 to 2 weeks, and there are some, especially if you have a major surgery, it can take you about 3 months to recover. But one thing I know for sure, Beterbiev has a legacy to make. And for that reason, I don't think it's worthwhile for him just to say I'm okay when he's not okay. He said it openly. I'm ready for this fight. I've done everything and I feel ready to make this fight. If I'm not ready, I won't say I'm ready. And I believe this guy 100%. Unlike some fighters who came for paycheck alone, I don't think Beterbiev is someone like that. These are people who want to make names for themselves in boxing, including Bivol. And don't get this wrong, I respect Bivol a lot. I really just think this fight, they're not match at all. I really think there is a bigger man there who can really crack the person of Beterbiev, and it will show his master class. He will show the science and act of boxing on October the 12th, and we'll all see. I've also heard a lot of British commentary saying that Beterbiev is a boxer, Beterbiev is a puncher, Bivol is a boxer, and Bivol on the 12th will use his boxing skill and tactics to overwhelm Beterbiev. I think you guys are joking. It seems like you guys haven't done any research at all, or you haven't taken your time to analyze the skills Beterbiev presents. Go and watch his previous fight. He has actually displayed solid skills, solid boxing skills in previous matches, and I believe he can do it again. This is a guy who can switch his game plan if what he is doing is not working, who can quickly adapt and win. And he's not just winning. He knows that in the West, we rob people from the East or people that are not from the West. So he tries all his best to knock out the opponent, knock them spark out. Some people will also say something of, this guy's been knocked down before, and for that reason, he's going to lose, or Bivol has not been knocked down. But I think it's reasonable to put my money on things that have been tested and trusted. Beterbiev truly has been knocked down. But most of the people who say that won't tell you the end of the story. What happened to those people who knocked him down? They were all lacerated. They were all destroyed at the end. So I have no doubt that he's going to do it again. Beterbiev has done it before and is going to do it again. Some will also say, this guy is aging, blah, blah, blah. They said all of those before the Callum Smith match. But what happened to Callum Smith? Complete destruction. Complete destruction. And speaking of Bivol, I would have loved to see Bivol and Callum Smith, how that is going to play. I would have loved to see Bivol and Anthony Yard and see how he's going to play. I would have loved to see Bivol and even Marcus Brown and see how he's going to play. Beterbiev destroyed Govdik in his prime. When Govdik was up there, Govdik is this skillful boxer. So this is not the first time Beterbiev is fighting someone who is a good tactician, who has good boxing skills. He has done it before. He was able to adapt. I think one thing that a lot of boxers struggle with is how to quickly switch plan when whatsoever they bring into the ring is not working for them. I've seen Beterbiev on many occasions switch plans and execute the plan in a very effective and efficient manner. So he has done before, and I think he will do it again. And another thing I want to say is that I do not know how Bivol is going to react when he gets the first punch on his face, because he hasn't been punched on his face in a very long time. A lot of people would say he knows how to duck punches, he can run, he doesn't engage too much. We shall all see. But for now, I'm putting all my money on Beterbiev, and I'm 100% sure he's not going to disappoint. Peace and love, peace and blessing. For those who have no clue, get some clue now. See you guys next time.